This is usually when I'm making visual poetry. Many people are very happy because usually I give it as a present. And you know, our friend Nadia Plester had a birthday, and then I went there and I had made a little box with visual poems, and then she was very happy about that. Usually what I do with visual poems is I collect these things, boxes, that usually they will throw away. For instance, a little box with these things, usually there were stickers here. I take it out and I have printed some pictures here, but in the back of the picture you will have a visual poem. This is a junkie poem. Or here in the back of this I have a visual poem that usually I made many of these visual poems who are transformations from aesthetics to ethics. Or what
this could be the cover of the book? The one you just showed me?
No, this is just small visual poems. Trash art, or little messages, for instance, see with your heart. This is, I have a lot of, this is the one I made for you with the mathematical theorem.
So this you will do at home, or you
I just sit down here.
You walk around with a paper and you go on a bench. You sit here.
I sit here. Usually I got the ideas when I'm going around in the parks and things like that. This is in Spanish.
Siesta.
Siesta.
Fiesta.
So this is, some are very funny, some are, oh look, in Spanish you can do that. Amor is everywhere, you have just to look for it.
Yes.
Or this one is, I like it very much, this criminal poem. Children go to school with many questions and they get out with many these signs.
Many weapons. Yeah. Many. Yes.
Or this one as active immigrant, I like this one.
Yes.
So these are small messages.
So after you scan them and then you load them on the internet, so they circulate?
They circulate internet, many of them. But usually I like this, from the aesthetic point of view, I like very much these boxes that are actually thrown out.
Yes.
And this is from chocolates, you get...
Is it because you are missing your parents, or it's a kind of way to go back in your childhood? Because I can see this look like toys you had as a child, maybe, or...
This is, it's a play.
Yes.
Creativity has a lot to do with playing. I am just enjoying, I actually playing, and then I find out, oh, this could be very nice, and then I have my book here. This book, this is recycling.
Yes.
Libraries and throwing away this very nice book, and then I just take it and I start making poems here. You know?
Yes.
For instance, this I made yesterday.
Yes.
I type with a poem, and then the idea of a poem has to fly.
Good.
When I was working as a scientist with different problems, science is usually applied science, solving problems. Once in a while I was disappointed about the world, the users, the politicians, and then I retired and I wanted to be alone. And when I want to be alone, I usually take a journal of pure mathematician, and I will sit down there and start reading these things, and then find out something I could do better, and then work for myself, and just be in my own world, using the abilities I can. And then this is the same thing I do.
But why
many of my inspirations are getting from the outside projects or the outside world, and then I retire and then enjoy my life in a little things. For instance, here, these are very short poems. They're in Spanish. I have a group in internet also of Spanish poets, and I write small stories in Spanish.
But for you it's a kind of personal fulfillment. You don't do that to sell, or you don't do that to... it's not important for you to show, but still you like to show. You are...
Many of them are present for my friends.
Yes.
And they are very happy to get it. And this is the way how this visual poetry can get out.
Yes.
I have one exhibition in Chu. I make a big table with all these poems, and people can go and look at them and take one home and frame it. These visual poems are very popular in Holland. I have 3-4 exhibitions in Holland because this is very easy. Through the internet, I can send a document with all these poems, and then they print it themselves and they exhibit, or they make a book of that, I don't know. And in Holland and Germany and Japan, they have been exhibit many of my works. They are getting out. And many of them, they are in the...
But why do you call this work? I don't understand. Because for you it's fulfillment, it's a philosophical research, but now you call them work.
Yes. Okay, I'm working all the time. But this is... Yes, you can work and have pleasure also.
Yes.
And this is what I'm doing. I like to do these things I'm working. But many of these things I do are connected with the big projects.
Yes.
Some are about discrimination, immigrants, some about nature and keeping things, and schools and things have a social dimension some way, but they are reduced to small messages that are coming.